impeding, for lack of a better word, of import export. The country World War, they're no longer sending imports and the exports to your country. You know the effect of the power grid going off. All right. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse. And the king of the earth who hath committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her. It's talking about America, man. Right. All right. And lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Because why would they lament her? Because she was a good woman? That's right. No, it's because they had import export deals. Right. That's why you have the Panama Canal. So you got all these different all these different ships coming to and from the American shores. That's where you get the term shipping and handling from. All right, those rooted in actual ships coming to the shores of your country, dropping off their exports. So a lot of countries had deals with Babylon. So when they saw the smoke of her torment, what happened? Their money stopped. That's it. All right. Hey, verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of torment, saying, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is your judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buys their merchandise anymore. Because the creator of a particular designer brand, I forget the name, but they make clothing design. Yeah. All right. But then they turn around and made some shades. And then there was asked in the interview, well, like, what makes your shades so special? Because unlike your fabric, the lenses come from trees. So like the frame of the lenses come from wood. Well, he was basically in a roundabout way saying, look, Americans are dumb. If they buy it, I'm selling it. Yeah. The fact that, like, let's say for example it was Gucci. It wasn't Gucci though. Yeah. If Gucci made the shades, all right, well, the shades come from a frame that come from a tree, so it's not special. So a lot of countries make money off America, man, just off of the simplicity of thereof, man. All right, like Jordans. Yeah, it takes like what, $3 or $5? $5 to make it, man. But then you can come up here and my bad, bro. No, you can sell these joints for 23,000. I mean, I'm sorry, 2,300. But I've seen shoes worth thousands and thousands of dollars, man. Yep. Because like the point is saying, these people are stupid. Yep. But that's why the countries are gonna be well. See, we were born and raised in America, so we might sit a little differently. But a lot of foreigners come to America specifically to raise money. Another hustle that other countries have is send their citizens to America to get so-called educated through the college system, take their so-called education back to their country to enrich in their country. So it's so many hustles. That's why so many people swam to America. That snuck in America. They climbed over walls to get to America. All right? Let's go, bro. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Now, who's the Arabian? Well, it actually says it in English plainly, which is biblically is Ishmael. Hey, now, how is the Arabian pitching tent? They pitch tent in your communities, your so-called community, at the gas stations, at the corner stores, in the mall. You know, I thought that was the weirdest thing. I went to the little store inside the mall, and they had like a shirt with Boosie, like free Boosie. Back when Boosie was in prison. Like, you don't know this nigga Boosie. You don't know these niggas, but Ishmael is his history-long merchant. So it's basically saying when America's destroyed, Ishmael is not going to set up shop here. We had them grills, Oh yeah, yep.
Back here, I was talking to one of them, and he was like, every time they come here, they look at real resources. Like, what do people need? That's why they always got a gas station. They always selling food. Yeah. And then to back you up,
let me finish up, bro.
Go ahead.
Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Yep. Some people.
To back you up with you was talking about how they make this stuff. This is a Google search for. I just picked a random like brand. It said Dior pays suppliers $57 to make a bag, but sells it for around 2,800.
Yeah, cause I'm inside the store the other day. Just this window, just eye shopping, and I'm looking at some of the names. I'm like, man, it's just a Caucasian's name. It is an Edomite's name. Now, don't get me wrong. Hey, if you like it, buy if it's in your budget. But this is the hustle. Because no matter what you buy, don't buy, you still get scammed. So, but it's like that's the hustle. All right, like these are just people's names, man. But we like it because considered prestigious, and it makes us look like we're prestigious, man.
And that's the culture of Rome. It was about status. You know, going back to how to sell to a Negro. You know, Jake buy based on the reaction it's going to get from their community. You know, so that's why driving the Benz is a token of status. You know, putting on Gucci or Dior is a token of status. It has nothing to do with the actual quality, you know, or the product, but it's just a symbol of status.
Yep.
And they know Americans have these egos to everybody want to be important and rich,
Yep.
you know, or look rich.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Or important.
And
Yeah,
nigga
bro.
T, I said that years ago. You know, like you drive a Benz, I respect your opinion. Then
Yeah, he was like, "Get a Benz. I value your opinion." In. And yeah, I was a T.I. fan back then. Hey, but
I said this
yep.
too. We talking about Ishmael all over here in basically selling their bullshit, right? And down in Mexico, they all down there too. And got Moab down there selling bullshit. You got Ishmael down there, down there too. You know, I work with Iscar, and they come up here to work, and they say that shit all down there too.
That shows you the Issachar Jakes. You know, we're making merchandise
Yeah.
off Issachar.
Yep.
Hey, but can you finish your last point? I was over there.
Oh, no.
No, you go. Who had the scriptures?
I got one.
Okay, go ahead. I got one.
This James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich man, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth
The
eaten.
system. Your system is based on credit.
Yep.
It's credit-based system. You know, you go to the bank and get a loan for what 10,000, you gotta pay 50,000 back. You know, just so usury and things of that nature. But meanwhile, if LZ do it or if I do it, then basically there are crazy stipulations. How is it where I have something, I have a 401k and I go to the bank and I want to get that money out, but they cannot give me my money because they gave you my money. Well, when I do it, I get arrested.
It's cool when they do it.
Right.
Yeah, but see, and I'm thinking you get a car that has a retail value of 20,000, but because of the APR, the interest rate, man, your car by the time you get done paying off the car, it's $40,000, man.
And then with local, so let's say you put it on 4 years or 6 years of paying it off. Well, guess what? The money is deflating, devaluing. So you're paying, here it is, you're paying with interest on money that you borrowed, but now the money that you're paying with doesn't even have the spending power. Right. So now you gotta do more things to get more money to pay off the same loan because that money doesn't have the spending power that it had when you first got the loan.
And on top of that, when you drive off the lot, the car has depreciated from $5,000 to $10,000.
Mm-hmm. So it's all a scam. And that's what the Lord finna do. He's finna bring an end to the biggest scams the earth has ever seen, which is Esau's rulership. You know, because all the other empires, they dealt with true resources. You know, at least they dealt with true resources and money. And this empire, this is the first empire that has a global fiat currency, man. That's backed by nothing. And that way, because see, the resources was the Most High's way of keeping these governments honest. Because you couldn't print more paper money than you had of actual resources. You know, so the resources themselves was meant to keep the governments honest that they was dealing with money. But when you take the money off the resources, when they took the money off the gold standard, well, this allowed Esau to go mayhem and just put everybody in debt with a currency that's not backed by nothing, man. You know, it said verse 3 says, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasures together.
Meaning what? The Most High is going to bring judgment. Nuclear fire based on this system that you have scammed for years and years and years, and further oppressed the nation of Israel, as well as these other nations.
And it says your gold and your silver, you're going to be a witness against them. Because here it is, the earth is in poverty, but they have all the resources heaped up to
Yeah,
themselves.
that's right. That's right. That's
a
right.
witness against
That's
you,
right.
like the
That's
earth.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Look at the condition of the earth, but you got all the resources heaped up to you. You know?
And with the money they get, they push wickedness behind the money. They got all the fucking money in the world, but they create this towards the people. Like you know how to get down though. they ain't gonna do it. Like, they got them in the world. And you got all the people on the street. They cold fuck outside, but they bone. They got all the money in the world, but they let the Americans be all struggling. But you got to give them motherfucking Ukraine $500 billion. You get Israel money, but the Americans are all fucked up.
And the Rothschilds got so much money to pour on, they can literally pay off the United States national debt.
And, how can you send somebody 500 billion, 5 billion, and you have 10 cities in it?
Exactly.
But hey, get a piece of a lot. I don't know.
I had to move. You
Okay.
get that one too. Look out.
How you feel, bro?
Because that goes to our laws. Because that's why we need like a righteous man in authority. Because they'll have the law, statute, commandments, and know how to conduct in the world properly. Because these nations, they follow after ease way, from how to scam they people, or the clothes they wear, their actions are all ease mindset. This is Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 7. If there be among you a poor man, one of thy brethren within any of thy gates, and in thy land which the Lord thy power give thee, thou shalt not harden thy heart, nor shut thy hand from thy poor brother. And that's what these other nations do. They are hoarded to themselves. They won't give freely unless they do
They got to do some shit.
they got donations to these other places, but that's the swerve off taxes. It's a way you can swerve out taxes by
Tax right on.
that.
But you know what though, Allah? And then the sad part about it is you still go to the American public to get the donation. There'd be more Americans for donating than anybody.
That's the irony, man.
It's like that money. See, the American tax dollars go to war. Like that's what fund the war machine. Is American tax dollars. The elites don't finance out their pocket the war. They just take it out because going back to the Rothschild can pay off American debt. Well, that's who America's in debt to.
And on top of that, like Biden, he was talking about how for the Californians, don't be worried about such and such. We're gonna take care of it. Who's gonna take care of it? The American people.
Yep.
More taxes from us.
Yep.
He's not coming out of his pocket.
No.
The American people coming out their pocket. Going into this unjust system.
I keep thinking about it, but they keep giving them fuckers that money over there, and you take care of your people. I mean, that just
And then they even like when you see 5 billion going to Ukraine, it's not going to Ukraine. It's going to these weapons manufacturers.
right.
Raytheon, Lockheed Martin. Okay? Because what America does is say, look, we're gonna get this country 5 billion. America start emptying out they old military stockpiles of missiles and tanks. They'll give them that as a package. But then they'll take that money and give it to Raytheon and Lockheed Martin to build America new shit, And then even the shit that they sent to Ukraine, all of them don't get to Ukraine. Some of that shit gets sold twice to these African nations that need military hardware. So this is like a scam within the scam within the scam. And guess what? Well, American tax dollars pay for it, man.
He just made up what I was just gonna say.
Okay. Yeah.
I got one out. Okay. All right, this Proverbs 28, verse 8 in NLT. Income from charging high interest rates would end up in the pocket of someone who is kind to the poor.
Read that again.
All right. Proverbs 28, verse 8 in the NLT. Income from charging high interest rates would end up in the pocket of someone who is kind to the poor.
Yep. So, hey, they're going to show you that. You can break it down, bro.
Yeah, just going to the elites. Like y'all was going to earlier, how like Esau, he'll designate like an earthquake, like what happened to Haiti years ago. Then he'll have these same funds, these different Hollywood people, you know what I'm saying, on the hotline calling for donations and shit like that. Even though Esau done concentrated, he really conjured up the whole situation, man. That's what he does. All using for the people's American tax dollars.
This is Job chapter 20 and verse 18. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be.
Yep.
And he shall not rejoice therein.
Hey, and we're in that time of restitution, man. All right, because this is really going into the NWO, man. See, going back to heaping to themselves from from the nations. All right, your ultimate goal is to create a dystopian kingdom where you have the ultimate supreme rich and you have the poor peasants down on earth. Have you seen Hunger Games? Have you seen the movie Elysium? Every dystopian movie, because that's my favorite genre. Every dystopian movie is what the super rich
So have not.
and the have-nots, man. And like it's in the Elysium, man, you could lay down on a machine and you'll get healed. But so the elites, their whole thing is to reduce the world's population down to 500 million. Now let's stop at that point. The things that's about to happen now, the outcome is going to be the world's population is supposed to be reduced to 500 million. You got a vote.
Right back in Job. Now it says, verse 19, Job 20:19. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not.
He valiantly taken away a house that he built did not, which is America. He took America away, man. You must forget that America was a whole civilization before he got here. All right, and you'll forget that it was a whole world before this world. You go down to the Delta. Was that Greenville or Greenwood?
Greenwood, I believe.
Greenwood, where there's a Gadite Mound, a Gadite High Place. You got Pocahontas, which is about 10 minutes north of Jackson, Mississippi. They have another Gadite Gadite High Place. Hell for Jakes down south. Got a guy on their mama's side of the family. You valiantly took away a house that wasn't yours. What's the theme of the elite bankers? What's their theme? Gold and silver. Your theme, your core, because I realize everybody has a core. Your core, the thing that gets you going is gold and silver.
Morals.
Say it again.
Morals.
Yeah, like well, you have no morals. You're amoral. Your God is your money is your guide. So gold and silver. That's why you valiantly took away a house that wasn't yours. Because what did Gad have in abundance? Gold and silver. That's why you built the railroads from the west coast to the east coast. All right, to get the gold and silver, man.
What the Inca?
Yeah.
If that one chief and paid them so much in gold and silver to leave, you know, and they took the gold and silver, but they still stayed. They like shit. Well, if they can give us this, goddamn. What the rest of it, goddamn?
Feel the riches. I forget exactly how many feet.
They're like 20 feet high.
Yeah, but
like
so high, still wasn't enough.
But you know, see, Esau wants Jacob to be Cain. The elites want to create this reality where they're the chosen ones. Small heads are the chosen ones. But the 12 tribes, that's Cain. That's the Edomite.
That's the NWO.
Yeah, that's the end of that's the nigga, that's the bad guy, that's the fugitive. That's why every time Jake presents himself on camera, it's always negative. Like the drill rapper just rap, that's just promotion. And look, no, this is Cain. That's Cain. We're the good guys here.
Like just back to the scripture out, like by taking from the poor, Esau has something called predatory lending. You know, it's like an ethical practice where Esau would charge these high interest rates to like mainly concentrate to Jake in these poor income, neighborhoods.
Yep.
I think they did a video or a documentary years ago in Holmes County. That's within Mississippi. That's like the poorest county in Mississippi. I think like the average income is like 19,000 a year. So Esau, they was charging predatory loans to these different Jakes, knowing they couldn't be able to financially take care of these situations. They put them in more debt and more hell, man.
And they do that with cars.
Yeah.
Another part of that is subprime loans.
Yeah, subprime loans.
Subprime mortgages, where you as a Jake, me and you as a Jake, we'll go to the bank to get a mortgage for a house, and he'll charge us a certain interest rate that he would not charge Esau. So the outcome would be you'll be paying $2,200 a month for a house, but Esau will be paying $1,500 a month. He'll try to do subprime mortgages, subprime loans, man. You see? And Esau had the same sorry ass credit score. He had the same worst credit score, but because they don't want a certain demographic in this environment, they're gonna make it really hard for you to get into that environment.
Right. I just want to check this out. I know you like to do one too. This is Sirach 87, verse 1. Many people have sinned while looking for a prophet. If you want to be rich, you have to keep blinders on your eyes.
Yep.
Verse 2. It is hard to remove a peg that is stuck between two stones of a house, and it is just as hard to remove dishonesty from buying and selling.
Yep, because hey, merchandising it evokes greed. So when you're dealing with money, you deal with the spirit of greed, man. So you're gonna get tempted to charge more. Like, okay, if I add more leavening to this measure, it's gonna make it seem like I'm giving them more. They go back to the ancient world, man.
We've
Right.
been there wrong.
Yep.
You know, even with the what was their currency back then? The denarius. I think they stopped putting a certain type of element in there, or even with your bag of chips. Now you pay $10 for a bag of chips, but then you don't even get a full bag of chips. Even with the alcohol, you know what I'm saying? You can buy a
Shrinkflation.
bottle, shrinkflation. You can get a
Mm.
bottle of alcohol, and it's not even filled to the rim anymore. It's filled to the shoulder.
The gold denarius in Rome, it went from being a solid piece of gold to gold plated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they start putting other metals, silver, copper, brass, and just coating it in gold. You know,
Shrinkflation, man.
yeah, and devalue the money.
That's why Yahushua turned over those tables.
Yeah.
For wicked Jews,
They were doing the same
you know,
thing.
yeah.
But that's it go back to that video you sent, bro. You had sent me earlier this week. And you go into the cycle of civilization. Each civilization go through the same cycle of coming up and falling, because you got the stage of pioneers when the people first come and pioneer land and then start setting up, colonizations. Then you have the time of what you call the conquest, where they start conquering and gaining more territory and land and resources. And then you have the time what you call commerce, when they able to set up trade amongst other nations, and that's when the corruption come in. When you got that time of commerce, because it go from duty and honor to now it's all about a profit. And America did that during the time of what they call the Treaty of Rome, the European Economic Community, and then from that time on, it's been about profit to what you got now. Like you always go into because that money and that profit and being money hungry creates decadence.
Yeah.
So now we're in the state of decadence,
Yeah.
and then that's the last stage before fall is decadence. Yeah.
And what does the word decadent go back to? Decay. Decay, man. And because the scripture says in Sirach, unless a man hold himself diligently in Yahweh, his house shall fall. Woo. So the foundation of America, at least face value, was they did hold those key principles of the law of the Thararah, But then what the 60s came, all right, and that America became culturally wrong. But that's when Rome started to go down.
You say she that lives in pleasure is dead while she lives.
Yeah, and that she is America on a spiritual level. So America is culturally dead. That's why nobody trusts each other. You go on the internet, it's a gender war. So she's dead because look, but America. Hey, can somebody get that? And it said Jeremiah when it referred to America's died that are given to pleasures. And you can also get your scriptures that you already have out right now.
I got you, bro.
I'll go ahead.
All right.
So, Jeremiah.
That's Isaiah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep. Real quick. All right. This is the book of the prophet Isaiah. It's like Jake Loud. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Yep.
I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Thou that are given to pleasures.
Yep.
Because American citizens are given to pleasures, man. You're given to food, man. All right, you're not supposed to eat fried chicken every day. All right, you're not supposed to have a lifestyle of having sex every day, man. I mean, you do it to a woman how you deal with it, but America has a culture where strangers have sex.
Feed the flesh.
This is a feed the flesh. Like you said, like the ancient societies went from what duty and honor to commerce, which resulted in decadence.
The point
was
what
that
shows you that is the vision Nebuchadnezzar had. It went from what silver, it's like a gold, silver to iron, and then to fucking
Clay.
clay.
It was degenerating.
Yeah.
It was degenerating, man.
Quality
Yeah.
of the kingdom was beginning to degenerate.
Well, look, you eat an orange, there's no seeds in it.
It's hard to find one now, bro. Like one with seeds,
Fresh.
it's real hard.
Fresh market.
And
Fresh
that
market.
taste.
Fresh market, get the rusty looking ones.
Bro, Whole Foods had watermelon 2 weeks ago, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, cut in half, man.
It's cut it. It's cold as shit. They got
just a summer.
watermelon. And don't you understand that the fruit comes in season per your body's needs?
Right.
Dummy. All right?
That's why scripture call him, he's an unwise king.
The fuck out. Like you in the summertime, you sweat a lot, you get dehydrated. The Most High puts the water back in you through the melons. It's a embodiment of water, man. H320, man. All right,
This nigga want to capitalize on everything.
every fucking thing, man. Like I was looking at the watermelon the other day, I was like, nah,
No, not
not watermelon.
no, not
Seen cabbages like this big now.
I think you brought it out. Like say it again, bro.
Cabbages are like this big now. They look like softballs. Remember they used to, them cabbages used to be, they used to be nice size.
Remember, a head of cabbage.
A head of
Not
cabbage.
a tennis ball of cabbage.
But you brought it out. We're in citrus season, right? Did you say that we're in
I
citrus?
thought so. Maybe you said it.
I
Yeah,
got
a
it.
minute ago.
I
I know a
looked it up.
lot of mostly greens grow this time
Yeah.
because greens got a lot of iron.
But you know what?
As far as fruit.
The fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah, fruits. But also too, this is like in the natural world, you store the fruit that you don't consume. So hey, I've been eating a lot of dry fruit, dry Turkish figs, because it's high in calories. You know, dry Turkish figs, dates. You know, a lot of times in the wintertime, you might eat the dried or dehydrated fruit.
Citrus.
Citrus, okay, the water. Yeah, you told me I looked it up, it was one.
Yeah.
But nuts,
And it's good for breaking the fast too. Eating figs or dates.
yeah, done. Kind of if you are going on an extended fast because it's high calorie, you consume that too. You know, because sometimes you get those low calorie headaches, a low calorie sickness, but fruits is high in calories, like you said, the Turkish figs. All right, man, who has something? Oh, hey, going back to Isaiah, so like as I said, it was Jeremiah. Now that I give it to pleasures, that's the culture of America. You know, that's why it's billions of dollars in weight loss, weight loss products, weight loss services. Like, what do you mean how to lose weight? You eat to live. But Esau changed your paradigm. He changed your perception of what food is.
Process everything.
He processed it so it doesn't go through your digestive tract. It just sits there,
Cause cancer.
cause cancer.
The concept of fast food goes back to the pagan Roman Empire.
Hmm.
You know, they was doing that back then. Fast food.
I think they had that at Pompeii. I think Pompeii had that. I think they had a thing on that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Pompeii had, because they had markets out.
Yeah.
It was markets out, restaurants out, man.
Uh-huh.
So, nah, man, that's not natural. Part of the decadence is this man gave you a false sense of kingmanship. We always used to go into that, man. He at least made everybody think that they're a Roman king. So that's why you could get something Uber Eats to your house. You could get all type of service. Now you could pull up to a grocery store and somebody put the groceries in your trunk because you didn't order this stuff.
And that's how they gonna market the MOTB to you, because they gonna make the average person feel like you could be a guide.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like the average person gonna have access to this godhood, man.
I mean, one of the speculations is LA is being cleared out for smart cities.
15-minute cities.
Yeah, for the water, a lot. 15-minute cities, man.
Well, it's the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. So it's the part of the smart city because everybody wants a smart rendition of what they already have, like a smart TV, smartphone. So the smart city, it only makes sense that you have to get the Caragna to plug into the smart city.
And it's nothing but a fucking concentration camp.
Yeah,
Because everything is within 15 minutes.
It's a digital prison.
That's all it is. It's a digital prison.
you would have nothing to own everything.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you would own nothing and be happy. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm stopping your height. Man.
Look at the movie, man.
Elysium.
That
That
movie.
was it right there.
That,
though.
that's control.
Yeah.
They control your damn feeling. You can't. You man.
Yeah.
Only you ever seen it?
Equilibrium.
Yeah. I guess it.
Oh, okay.
Equilibrium. Yeah.
With,
They
what's his name?
they inject themselves every day.
boy played Batman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Christian
yeah.
Bale.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Yeah.
That movie right there. Man,
Christian
that's,
Bale.
Christian
yeah, Chris
Bale.
Bell.
He didn't get his bid because the Matrix came out.
Yeah.
They monitor their feelings and
It's called equilibrium.
equilibrium.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie right there, man. It control, man, control your
I'm
feeling,
listening
your
to you.
thoughts. It's good.
But you gotta think about the elites, especially since the early 1900s. What they've done, they pretty much herded people off. They pretty much herded everyone off the farm and into these cities. You know, like you look at the transgression of American society. People have been herded off the farms into these cities, and once you're in the cities, they have more control. That's why you got so many restrictions in the city. Like, look at the things that you can do in the country
Right.
compared to what you can do in the
Yep.
city. The city is already heavily restricted.
Yep.
It's only so much you can do. But the elites now they want to take it to a next level with these smart cities. And like the elder saying, just a digital prison.
Yep. And it's all a trap, you know, because you have people they'll be coming up. But case in point, because we'll see it down here in Jackson. Although people up north they look at us like y'all still country, because we in the south. But like you got actual people in the southern region, you know, in Mississippi, you know, and they'll feel like it's so much to do in Jackson, but you know, Jackson restricted. And like the same thing stands for all these other areas, you know, which like the elder had spoke on. This is how they gonna tie everyone into this NWO, man, because you gonna feel like you have more to do.
And you're gonna be like holding progress back if you're not tapped into that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, like you see Jake with a flip phone. It's like, damn, you got a flip phone.
Elon Musk said that too.
Yeah, yeah. So you already like going back to 2020, that event that happened 2020. If you didn't get the, you know, it's like, bro, you slowing down the healing process for everybody else. That was the narrative.
Basically, you in the way.
You in the way. So how much more for the people that's outside the grid? You know, people that's outside the grid is like, damn, man, what you got going on where you can't plug in? What are you hiding? So, hey, be ready to, lose it,
man.
So, hey, going back to the spirit been on the topic of like fuck investing into this place, man.
Yeah.
You know, we all have to be reminded of that. But we got to put our minds and our life force, all right, into this kingdom. And this year is the year where there's no more nuances. There's no more gray areas. It's either you finna be all in or you're gonna be out. You know, and we all fear, you know, but the only thing that's gonna work is trusting in Yahweh Bahashim Al-Shai and giving ourselves wholly into the ministry, man.
It's spirit because the brother Menazak Bun Yum out of SF Bay, you know, he be doing those animation videos. He recently did one dealing with the three holy sons and Daniel. And I told him that was the spirit. Like, you know, recently we've been reading that, but like you watch it, like it really paint the picture for you and how we apply faith today, man. You know, because we in Babylon all over again. You know?
Yeah. Hey, and why was that written? All these things were written for aforetime for our sakes, man. Because that lion's den can easily be a sea camp. It can easily be a sea camp.
Right. Image of the beast.
And
Yep.
I
Yeah.
I just want to think of that too, man. Since you know, this whole bullshit with these excuses that people that brothers can have about doing a lesson, man, that's some bullshit. Cause guess what? Daniel ran the empire and still was a servant of Yahweh Shem Al-Shai. Daniel ran the empire for decades and still he had servants under him. You know? And he ran whole empires for decades and he still did what he had to do, man. You know?
But you know what I realized, bro? You know, the lesson that's minuscule. There's other things that's gonna be required of us that's way more burdensome than doing a lesson. So that's just level one.
Right.
So we gotta be in the mindset, like y'all keep saying, lose it all, man. The lesson that should be an offense.
Yeah.
Because the just how we all out here right now, man. I had a vision. We was all out and just going through the woods, man. So, or you might be in some abandoned house and that's your place to stay, or you know what I mean? Like man, to do a video, you still in a warm house, my nigga. You know what I mean? You go in your car, like, what about when we out here? Like, this is our house. You know, so like it's finna get real.
It's about following orders.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's you know, Lord pretty much setting up a military, man. You know, see, if we soldiers of Yahweh Shai, you know, all the soldiers combined, that will make up a military. So them orders that come out from the apostles, you don't want to follow orders, man.
But you know what? I'm not gonna, you know, keep harping on. Look, no, I'm just, we have to be ready, because you know what the gift is? Yahweh Shai gave us energy, and whatever you put your energy in, that becomes your reality. All right, we have to make sure that we put all our energy into the kingdom. And like even in my own time, you know, you'll find yourself deviating from what you're really supposed to do. Then you know, you watch a video, you might get rebuked, and it lights your fire again, man, because the Most High woke you up to get to the kingdom, man.
We're actually on active duty, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Up until, you know, Yahweh Shem Ashah makes it inactive.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with doing what you gotta do to get by. There's nothing wrong with that. But then you got Jake, man, so-called elders, been lukewarm for fucking years, man.
And the
And the
spirit
Most High,
calling out.
and the Most High's gonna start spinning you niggas out, man. Cause there's no excuse. Like the brother made a beautiful point. Daniel, you know what I'm saying? He still had work to do, man.
He ran
He
empire.
ran a fucking empire,
And he
man.
was ready to lose that shit.
Exactly.
Like you take
And his life.
talking about, your little positions you got, your little high paying salary. You didn't have what Daniel had.
And at the end of the day, whatever you working for, should get destroyed. But get that scripture out right quick, and I'm gonna get back to that point.
This is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready for the battle, and those evils be as pilgrims upon the earth.
Make you ready for the battle. Yes, you're gonna get update. Your mom didn't make it. Mom, your niece, she went out, she panicked, didn't come back. We got to be ready for that shit. So we can't be halfway in, halfway out. Cause I believe this is gonna be the year where it's no more abstract.
Feels a little different, bro.
Yeah, this could be the year like you're not going to work tomorrow.
Shit feels a little different.
So
Like
this,
any day then.
yeah, it's like any day. It ain't. There's no more live streams, man. So we all gotta be ready because King David was ready to lose it. Dan was ready to lose it. Moses ready to lose it.
Joseph.
Job was ready to lose it. Joseph was ready to lose it.
Yahushua lost it.
Yahweh Shah lost it, man.
He became poor for our sakes, man.
Hey, so hey, even for this count, man, we finna go all in. So hey, but Baka Shah, I just gonna make a point right quick. No, I'm just saying, no, we finna go all in. That's the point I was gonna make. As a count,
Yeah.
yeah, because hey, what are we here for? I'm here for Tobit the 13th chapter. I'm here for Tobit the 13th chapter, man. I'm here for what the demons didn't want you to see, man. You see? I think the brother Arawam did a video on Tobit the 13th chapter.
Oh damn.
It was one of the, I think it was him. Don't let me get it mixed up about the shot. But that was the point I was gonna make, bro.
No,
Like,
good, bro.
as a count, we're just gonna go, man. All right, go ahead.
In 2 Timothy 2:3 NLT, endure suffering along with me as a good soldier of Yahweh
Say
Shai.
something. If you're basing suffering, that means you're allowing things to happen, such as misfortunes, mishaps. And then the Most High is so good, we have liberty in Yahushua. But like Elder Kazak said last night on his live, you don't abuse that liberty, man. You don't get to the point where you forsake Yahweh Hashem Shah. And then if you have that type of income or anything like that, that should make you go harder in the truth.
Yeah, because if the Most High give you time, you supposed to show Yahweh Shah what you gonna do with that time.
Yeah.
If the Most High give you more money, aside from taking care of your business, you supposed to show Yahweh Shah. Okay, since you gave me this, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with it.
Right.
Because we only one positive, it's only one productive thing we can do, and that's the works, man. There's only one productive thing you can do, and that's the works, man. This the only bet that's worth betting.
I'm saying it's still
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you said anything got goddamn 10 minutes, y'all. 10 minutes.
Bro, don't you know it's
But Jay, it's a lot. But Jay will use that though. That's why the apostle had said, 10 minutes ain't good enough. Like that's mediocre because Jay will take that and that, because it's the people we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Jay would take that and say, well, at least I did that 10.
But
That is Jake, man.
but you know what it's rooted in? Wherever your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. It's only you do the bare minimum because your heart is somewhere else.
You come with a demon, man.
Yeah. You do something, and you don't understand. Everything you have is a simulation.
Yep.
That woman you laying next to is a demon in her, and she's acting. You ever saw the Truman Show? That woman that was laying next to him, she was an actress.
Yep.
She was set up from the beginning because he was looking at another woman who was outside of the script. Then the actress came and was like, hey, what's your name? And that was his wife. So one thing we learned is truth. Hey, our women that we didn't dealt with, she was an actor, man. A demon was in her, giving her a script to kind of wean you out the truth, man.
We'll say this: we always use the example of Hancock. As soon as he got close to his girl, what happened? He became weak. But from a symbolic standpoint, hey, that woman is the world, man. The more you get close to that woman, the weaker your spirit becomes.
It's Babylon.
It's Babylon.
Babylon is a bad beat.
Yeah, she was going.
She's an enchanting woman.
Right.
So, hey, but go ahead, brother.
Good. Verse 4. Soldiers don't get tied up in affairs of civilian life.
You gotta be like Rambo. Hey, they drew first blood, man.
I know we ain't cute back here. I know, we kind of rugged. And you might, a brother might be around you and all of a sudden the women like, okay, who is this guy? You know what I mean? The Most High made us rugged, man. Y'all see the point I'm trying to make? We might not be them guys in the world, but we here to do a mission. You know? So hey, this not high school no more, man. We gotta go.
This is what we've been awakened to the mission. And see, it go from the point, and that's the thing too, man. You know, because it be bullshit because here it is when it comes to serving the Lord, it's pulling teeth. But when we was bullshitting in the world, just like, okay, Jake do the bare minimum, but when you was in the world, you ain't count how many blunts you smoked in a week. You was just smoking. You ain't measure how much you were drinking in a week. You was just drinking.
You didn't cut out how many women you was going out.
Nah, you just fucking. So when it comes to serving the Lord, you gotta quantify it to 10 minutes. I did these 3, like goddamn. So now it's quantified. But when we were bullshit, we ain't count the bullshit we was doing.
Because Mayweather's coach never told him to do 4 days.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's him.
His heart is in it.
Yeah,
Kobe didn't have a coach to say, look, you're gonna have to really put your family to the side.
yeah,
Like his heart was in it.
yeah.
So the Most High gave us these athletes for us. So this is how we model ourselves after them in the spirit.
And they did it for a corruptible crown.
For a corruptible crown. We do it for an incorruptible.
And then it's a purpose. Because on the left hand side, Esau was enchanting our people with the rap music, the videos. Esau was going hard, diligent as hell.
Mhm.
So now that we're reversing those enchantments on our people through the spirit, we're not doing a lesson to say, I did my lessons for the week. Nah, Jake need to be taught righteousness.
Man, Jake gotta be taught the herbs.
You know?
He gotta be taught right from wrong. He gotta be taught what a man is, what a
Yeah.
woman is, what the prophecies, the history.
The covenant.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a continuous effort.
Yeah.
This truth is reversing the upside down.
Because
You know?
this ain't about leaving America physically, psychologically.
First, yeah.
Because you got your point, bro.
Got 2 points, bro.
All right, because I'm gonna say this real quick then. When you leave a relationship, right, and let's say the woman played you, it ain't till the relationship over, you realize like, damn, she had my mind fucked up. You know what I mean? So you gotta get healed from that. So when it came to Babylon being a whore, we gotta heal Jake from that enchantment, man. Like BB King said, the thrill is gone. The thrill is gone. I'm no longer under your spell.
Mhm.
So every time we do videos, we killing that enchantment.
Because sorcery or enchantment, it's like a drug.
It's a drug, man.
You know?
Love is a drug, be the strongest stuff ever, man. Oh, you got it, bro. Okay.
It says soldiers don't get tied up in the affairs of civilian life, for then they cannot please the officer who enlisted them.
Right. The officer is Yahweh Shai. And he got his ranking orders from who? Yahweh, man. Right? So anyway, when you go into that term soldier, it means to be what? Solitary.
Mhm.
It goes into solitary, having a solitary mindset. And when you have that solitary mindset, now your eye can be single more, man. You know, so it's nothing wrong with multitasking and things of that nature. But when you start getting these outside interference and when your productivity from a spiritual sense weakens, then you have to cut off something.
If that right hand offended.
Yes. Yes.
And like we're not looking at a brother pull up in a Bentley and looking at him sideways. But if whatever got you that Bentley kept you from coming to count,
Bullshit.
We looking at you sideways.
yeah. Because at the end of the day, if you're not going to count once a week, it's a problem. You're not doing the video a day, it's a problem. You know?
Because I was saying, then this thing, and the apostles and elders are like that. They never been into brothers' personal business. It was always a thing of productivity and consistency, man. You know what I mean? So whatever a brother got going on in his background, all right, we don't even know half of what brother got going on. We don't care.
Yeah.
As long as it's not causing them to sin, become wicked, and it's not, they productivity, man. Nah, man, because we're not here to micromanage your life, but we're here to uphold the standard when it comes to this ministry, man. You know?
Got 2 precepts going. This is 2 Corinthians 11:2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy.
Because a man's glory is a woman, but the Most High's glory is man, the Israelite man, the elect man. So if you give your energy over to the woman, and metaphorically speaking, that's Babylon, that's Rome, that's the way of life of Rome. All right, not the Most High is jealous. All right.
For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Mashiach.
Yep.
Let me go this one.
We going through that preparation phase of that bride of Yahushua, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're being adorned. You know, and to be adorned, what we have to be immersed in these oils, man. It's a daily routine. Every day we're making ourselves a little more ready for the coming of Yahushua. You know.
Mm-hmm. And this is Matthew 16:16. And Simon Peter answered and said, You are Mashiach, the Son of the living power. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, Blessed are you, Simon Barjona, for flesh and blood has not revealed it unto you, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say unto you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Verse 19. And I will give unto you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever you shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven.
So what the apostles be speaking about, which we know, beginning with Peter, you know, what we believe in the spirit was Masha. All right, he's in the spirit world now. You know, beloved apostle Sahar is in his stead right now. You know, pretty much. So what the apostles say, what comes down from up top, the spirit be in agreement with it, man.
Right.
You know, so really, it's what the spirit's saying to the church is like, you know, Jake shouldn't get offended. And like the brother Priest Yashima made the point, what we doing is getting our people's minds right, man. You know, they're being converted to righteousness. So it's bigger than just, you know, telling you to do a video, man. Like, do you really care about your people? Do you care about the kingdom being established? Like Elder Zahab was saying, the kingdom is coming, man.
Because part of the fight, if I can say this right quick, part of the fight is not falling for the matrix. Because, like I said, when I watch videos, you get kind of shooken back up and your mind sober up. So, okay, the matrix had me a little bit. So, like, part of the fight is not getting plugged back into the matrix. And doing the works is very conducive to not getting plugged back into the matrix.
And who was that guy on the Matrix that ate the steak and he wanted to go back to sleep?
Yeah. Silence.
Like, it tastes like a steak.
It tastes like a steak. And that's what Jake is doing when you become, you know, relaxing this truth, man. It's like basically you really want to go back to sleep.
Hey, like I said, hey, don't give your life force over to destroying a decaying empire, man.
So, bro,
All right.
hey, a little more. And whatsoever you shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever you shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.
So that's all. That's what the spirit is saying, man. You're ready to lose this because you have everlasting eternity, man. You're ready to lose this because we have everlasting eternity ahead of us, man.
Apostle Abraham, I'll be saying everything's in the pocket.
Yep.
It's bound in heaven. So you're gonna get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Your life is on reserve. You know?
It shows you that the apostles can make orders, man.
Yeah.
And it's respected in the spiritual realm.
Yeah, when your plant manager creates an order, you don't be like, he just a man, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
You talk to the CEO.
you want to talk to the CEO, you just do that shit, man. Because if you don't listen to the man directly above you, then the man directly above him is gonna cut your ass out anyway. All right, get your piece up, bro. We can end it off on this.
This last one, like that. It's Isaiah chapter 49, verse 8. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in a day of salvation have I helped thee, and I'll preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages. And that word to establish means to restore.
You
know,
have
to
to go
restore
on
the earth.
teaching.
Yep.
Teaching is the only thing that's gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's more than actually doing when you come out there on the highways and the byways, we have to be consistent now.
Yeah.
And then if we're doing self-improvements, there's nothing wrong with that, but we gotta do both. Cause this is before fucking quarter, man. We at the 2-minute warning.
That stretch.
The stretch.
Well, based on my learn, hey, well, that's seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, and his righteousness. All these things should be added unto you. Part of the need for self-improvement because you're not tapping into the spirit. You might have to cut out certain vices, and that causes self-improvement. But the other part is just the more you plug into this, you really don't have a lot of time to have poor flaws about yourself that manifest. You know?
It's the self-improvement.
Yeah.
Becoming what we're supposed to becoming like Yahushua, being conformed to Yahushua, that's the self-improvement. Because it bleed over to your day-to-day. Because you know the scriptures say, he that teaches his son grieveth the image. Well, the Most High, through Yahushua is teaching his son. And guess what? Every time we hit the record button, the elites agree, man. Here it is. We got finally we have a weapon, okay, to where we can fight back against the enchantments of the elites. We should be using it, man. We should be utilizing it, man. You know, this is our fadeaway. It can't be blocked. You know, so why we not put up as many points as possible when we know he can't stop this, man? You know?
Yeah, man, like Will Chamberlain in the spirit, man. That nigga was dominating.
Yeah.
Scored like 70, 80 points.
And like the elder Zahab said, you know, doing the work will help your personal life as well. You know, because it's some serious things that we have to work on internally, but doing the work helps that, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Because it's hard to fix yourself with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're in the spirit, that naturally puts things in order anyway. Hey, but you know, we're just gonna draw this to an ending. With that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Well, peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba, Shalom. Shalom.